Hi, mate. You might be having an aspiration towards entering into a big data tech stacks. Maybe you might be from non-IT or an IT field. But let's consider if you're a non-IT person. You wish to enter into a IT field with big data. Don't worry. If you're already a working associate, if you wish to enter into the big data, for example, your 2 years experience or 3 years experience or 4 years experience or 10 plus or whoever, we can use the same experience of your non-IT to enter into this big data world. Don't worry whether in the background checks when you enter into a new company as a big data developer, whether you'll be caught. No. Whether your current organization might be having an IT industry, IT sector or non-IT sector, that doesn't matter. When you enter into a new company as a big data developer, they'll just do a background check whether you worked in that company, but they'll not check any background checks on your current role and designation too. So don't worry, you can use the same experience, your non-IT experience currently, to enter into the big data world. Coming to the IT sector, so if you are working on IT with different background, like support background or a testing background, so again, whenever you want to switch your career as a developer or a big data side, doesn't matter for a new company when you go, they'll not do a background check for your role also. They'll just check whether you work there, your company or not. That's only the background check. If they ask, if your current company reveals, that becomes a security violation. So not at all worry. Okay, like this, so many folks are going to it. So your current organization is not a stop or showstopper for the upcoming career to emerge over in big data world. If you doesn't have any experience, okay, if you have 5 years of gap or 7 years of gap, then we have to think to create your experience in, okay, you're working under 3 years of experience or 4 years of experience, then we have to give it a try. But you need not to worry on this. You'll not be running towards experience certificates initially. Initially, you have to learn, start your job search. Then after cracking the interview, you need those certificates that I'll review. So don't worry, irrespective of whether you're working on IT or non-IT sector, you're all perfectly eligible to enter to big data world, even though you're not having any sort of experience. So coming to this particular big data, what is actually the big data and what is it not? Let me just give a clarity on what is actually big data. Today, everything is running towards data. Whatever you do today, like if you're going with the telecom domain, like whether you give a phone or call someone or generate any data, you generate a lot amount of data. If you are doing any e-commerce website or doing a shopping cart or something, that's again generate a lot of data. If you're doing any transaction on finance, that generates a lot of data. If you're messaging someone, your Facebook or Messenger, that generates a lot of data today. So we live in a data world. Every action of yours will generate a lot of data. So that the backend companies usually do analytics on top of it. They take your data, they do an analytics on top of it, and they create an offer for you. Just for example, you might be using Airtel or Jio or Vodafone or BSNL. You might be getting one particular message stating that this offer is only for you. Among this millions of people in this particular country, how come they know only your data to extract, and so that they can able to do analytics on your data and provide an offer for you? They'll not provide the same offers to everyone. They analyze your particular data and provide offers only particularly. So at the back end, you have been watched. At the same time, I'll give another example. If you try to search something in any of the e-commerce site, like let's imagine you got into Amazon, you search some shoes, obviously those shoes will be keep popping up in all the pages wherever you go. For example, you get those shoes in your Facebook page also, which is again the data. So you have been analyzed. So every action of yours are analyzed at the back end to make out of you the business out of it. All the organizations running behind data, your data to make a business out of you, to provide the offers, to read your mind, so that they can get a revenue out of it. So everywhere the data analytics is important. But what is actually the data analytics? How they do the data analytics? I'll just give a very basic example. You might be aware of the making of sugarcane juice, correct? Imagine if you're going with any kind of a sugarcane juice process, there's a process. Big data is a kind of an ETL process. Okay. Even in the making of sugar can also we follow the same. But however, if you ask me what is actually a big data means, big data is an ETL process. Okay. Like extract, transform, load. If the organizations wants to do business out of you, they have been analyzed your data. So ultimately they'll do extract, transform, and load. I'll tell you a best example. As I told about sugarcane, just imagine you have a raw sugarcane, just making of raw sugarcane. They extract the raw sugarcane and they transform it under mission, right? And they load it to a glass and give it to you. I repeat, they extract the raw sugarcane, they put it into a transformation into mission and load it to a glass and give it to you, which we call it as extract, transform, load. This is what the same ETL data process. So at the back end, imagine if a telecom company is giving an offers for you, your data gets extracted, then transform and load it. And according to the loaded data, they do decisions and give you the offers. I'll give another example. You might be seeing a COVID-19 dashboard. India, when Indian government itself introduced COVID-19 dashboard, like how many people are active, how many people are confirmed, how many people are deceased, state-wise, district-wise bar charts, pipes of data analytics dashboard has been given, right? You can see that there is a dashboard which consists of all the details of each and every state in the whole country. Ultimately, at the back end, it happens ETL process. Like they extract the data from each and every state and they transform it, they total it and they load it. Finally, the data is available in your dashboard, like about the COVID-19 data. So ultimately in our big data course, you'll be learning some extraction tools, some transformation tools, some loading tools. This is what the total ETL process is. So don't worry whether you'll understand, being a non-IT person, whether you can able to understand or not, don't worry. These tools are easy to learn here. I'll make it easy. So coming to my course, now let me just take you through the course content. Then I'll tell you some of the add-ons we have. Course content will train you technically, but add-ons will play a good role in making it to get the job. The third, we have some of the thumb rules. Then I'll take you to the enrollment process. Coming to the analytics program we have 150 hours of course, out of which we have 3 phases of training: phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. Each phase is 50 hours for us. Okay, 50 into 3, 150. So coming to phase 1, 50 hours, we start with what is software. The reason many folks will come from non-IT background, they may not be aware of SDLs and STLs, how the software development lifecycle works. Folks, getting non-IT folks to my batch is not new to me. At the same time, getting them placed, they are getting placed is also not something new to me, getting their offers. So it's not new to us, don't worry. So we start with what is software, then what is data actually, who is the founder of data, what is big data, who found big data, what's the reason for him to find big data. We get through that situation, very basic scratch level of understanding. And we see one of the tools in phase 1, we call the tool as scoop. Okay. As I told you, we're going to see some extraction tools, transformation tools, and loading tools. Scoop falls under extraction tool. After that, we are going to see a tool known as Hive, which is a transformation tool. So in this entire process, we extract the data, we transform the data, and we load the data. In phase 1, you see 2 major tools, Scoop and Hive, as an extraction and transformation. And immediately, you have one project falling under phase 1. Once phase 1 completes, phase 1 wraps up, then phase 2 gets started. Phase 2 is your first milestone. Phase 2 is the most important phase across all the 3 phases. The reason, you're going to see a very powerful tool under phase 2. That tool is, we call it as Spark. Why we call this Spark is very, very important or very powerful, because Spark will do all the 3 ETL process. Spark can do extract, Spark can do a transformation, Spark can do loading also. That's the reason Spark is very, very powerful today in the market. Very highly paid, very upskilled market we have on Spark. After phase 2, you have 2 real-time projects. These 2 are really important. The reason, post these projects, we will build your resume immediately. The reason, initially you may have few of the rejections, may or may not, but don't worry, I'll assure you, you will get into the market, enter into the market immediately after phase 2, before phase 3 gets started. We'll build your resume, we'll help you to build your resume, we'll review your resume, and we'll provide the inputs so that I'll tell you where you can highlight your profile so that you'll get so many calls. Your interview process will get started. You will finally start entering into the field of interview process. Next, simultaneously phase 3 gets started. Phase 3 is a furthermore important phase in which you will see the streaming data. So far, we saw Hotstar streaming, YouTube streaming, right? We see the technology of ETL process in streaming, along with we'll see cloud computing in phase 3. Don't worry, even though you don't have any knowledge on this, we'll take care of that. So after that, also you have one project. What is a concept is should be with offer before phase 3. That's what the target is for us. So this is a total course, but somehow it's you who going to crack the interview and get the job. So we will try to make you to ease to get the job, in which for you to easily crack the interviews and get the job, we introduce totally few of the add-ons here. That add-ons will help you to get the job. So totally we have 6 add-ons. First important add-on, all the sessions are recorded and you have a lifetime access to it. 400 to 500 hours of use cases and task completion you have. If you got any stuck in any of the assignments, even though sessions are on the weekends, weekdays, Monday to Friday, you have doubt sessions hosted. Every day. It's not alternative, but mostly every day you get hosted. Evening by 8:30 IST. Fourth add-on, we'll be doing a resume building after phase 2. That's one among the add-on. Fifth one, we'll be helping you with interview preparation kit. Frequently asked question and answer. I hardly give 50 to 60 questions. You can expect a lot of questions from that kit. The last important add-on, I'll be giving you the real interview audios also. Those are not mock interviews. These are the total number of add-ons we provide. And we expect you 3 thumb rules. First of all, we have 3 thumb rules which I want you to follow. Number 1, you should not skip any session at any cost, because big data is big and we need a lot of consistency for the total course to be seen, because this course totally is for 5 months, but on 3rd month we start our job search. So we need to be very much consistent over there. Secondly, session should be joined on time. As first 5 minutes, we set recap and agenda. You're not even a minute delay we expect, because first 5 minutes are the golden minutes. And third one, assignments should be completed on time. No matter what, assignments must be completed, because we have a special team here who will keep disturbing you till you complete. Every day, you'll get a call or a message. So let's not have gaps over the assignments. So who are eligible for this course? Whether I am from non-IT, IT, no matter what, whether your current company or current thing place where you're working, whether IT sector or not, doesn't matter. First, even though you are from non-data background, even though you are from non kind of a like Java support or some other domain background, even though you're from non-IT background, doesn't matter. I have seen folks, my students, folks as going into these big data field, having a different kinds of sort of background. So don't worry, it's all about you have to put efforts. But one thing is for sure, whatever I do, I'll do my best. I'll try to do my best, but you have, unless until you don't put your efforts, this is impossible. It's not like, hey, you come, I'll see. No, you come, we both will see. So I need a lot of concentration and dedication towards from yours to handle this. So if you stick on to the plan, it ease me to make you to show a very right path very in a shorter period of time. So whatever happens, that has to be from both the sides. So fee structure. Basically, in this fee, we have 2 types of fee structures: general enrollment and discount enrollments. General enrollment will cost around 17,000. Discount enrollments will cost around 14,000. I'll tell you the difference. If you've cost around 17,000 general enrollment, you pay it in 2 installments. Okay, 8,500 after 12 hours. You pay, that is in the month, that is after 12 hours, 8,500 after 35 hours. The new batch is getting started by February 26th, this month, February 26th. If you take general enrollment, you'll be paying 8,500 after 12 hours. That is in the month of March. The next 8,500 you pay after 35 hours in the month of April. But these are general enrollments. But discount enrollments, every batch, first 30 enrollments falls under discount, which cost around 14,000 alone. But that 30 got filled off very soon. But recently we extended some more discount enrollments. If you wish to use it, you can contact me to get to check the availability whether you have. If you want to tackle discount enrollments, if it is available currently, yeah, check with me for the availability. If it is available, you can pay it in 3 installments. Right now, you have to pay 2,000 to lock it, and remaining 12,000, right? For out of 14, you can pay 6,000 after 12 hours March, 6,000 after 35 hours April. This is what the fee structure is. If those enrollments, if available enrollments are filled off, you fall under general quota. So the new batches getting started February 26th, as mentioned. It would be Saturday, Sunday, and timing would be 8:30 to 11:30 IST. Folks, before I end up, unless until you put your efforts, nothing is possible. You can, if you are in a particular state to put your lot of dedication or efforts, we can make it possible. So get trained from real-time developers. I'm a real-time developer. However, I have trained close to 2,800 people from past 3 years, from past 2018. So you along with you, I'm also waiting for you to change your careers. Thank you, folks. Yeah, you can call me immediately after saying this. Thank you.